All right, everybody, so we got a little bit of a late start today. Welcome back to the University of Michigan Content Creators Mastermind. This is our 5th one so far. Today we're actually joined by someone new. This is our friend Daniel, who runs a couple of different channels here on YouTube. Why don't you just go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Right, so I'm Daniel D'Souza and I run 2 channels. So the first one's called Aptitude Academy and I have about 120,000 subscribers on that. And the second one is a vlogging channel I'm doing right now, and I've got about 300 subscribers on that. So
cool. Okay, and you guys know us. I'm Quinn. Well, Ryan Quinlan. I run the channel Quinn's Coins, and this is Saeed.
Yeah, I'm Saeed. I run BD Legend 313.
And I'm Adam. I run the channel Shadow Armada.
You guys want to just scooch in a little bit? It's kind of tight in this room today, which is kind of a good reason for not having another person here. But yeah, we got a little bit of a different setup today, so we're just working with that. But today we're going to be talking a little bit about our first topic is going to be interactions with subscribers. So, guys, over the past week, I put out some different content. Usually, I put out coin videos and just do the whole treasure hunting thing, but recently I decided that it was time for a change on my channel and actually put out a video where I kind of opened up to my subscribers a little more than I usually do, sort of giving myself some vulnerability and saying, like, guys, I am a real person, I go to college, I can't do this as much as I used to be able to. So I was planning on just doing weekly live streams rather than videos. And I thought that went pretty well. I did lose about 20 subscribers net yesterday as a result of it, but I still think that there was overall benefits to that. I guess the topic at hand is interactions with subscribers, and I was just wondering how you guys go about actually interacting with your subscribers, and how do you choose what to actually show them, how deep to actually get into your lives. I know you guys are all at different levels. Adam hasn't even shown his face to his subscribers yet, so that's and then Saeed, you talk about your life every once in a while, and then Daniel, you have a vlogging channel where you dive really deep into what you do. So I guess my question is just how do you go about dealing with how do you choose what to show to your subscribers and what not to show? So who wants to take that one?
I can start.
Sure.
So the one so my vlogging channel, I don't really it's all out there, so I don't have to talk about something else that is in addition to what I'm already showing on video. But my math channel, that's where they don't really know me apart from the guy who teaches math, right? So right. Sometimes when I've shot back in India and back here, then they ask me on my comments, have you moved, and stuff like that, and then I usually connect with them through my Facebook page, and they sometimes just pop in and ask me how's my course doing and stuff like that. So it feels nice.
Okay,
yeah.
so you
that works a lot.
Right, so you have different places where you interact in different ways. So on Facebook, you actually open up to them more, and then you have that second channel, right, which you use in that way. Yeah. See, I could have started a second channel, but I thought that I just don't want to be splitting up my attention to these different things. So
right.
That's the difficulty for me is because the people who know me only know me through this one channel, and so I kind of want to make it a little bit personal, but I don't want to get too far into what's the stuff that doesn't need to be said or that they don't need to know.
Right.
Adam, what are your experiences in this?
Well, I mean, while I interact with them in live stream chats and stuff, in terms of showing my life, for the most part, I don't really do that, because right now I'm keeping myself basically unknown, if you will, on my channel. They don't know the face behind Shadow Armada yet.
Right.
Eventually they will, but that's a ways away still before that ever happens. So for me, I have an Instagram for my channel, and I'm not very active on there, but if I'm working on a video, I might use my phone and take a picture of my TV screen where I'm doing the video editing and be like, working on whatever type of video it is for whenever. And then also, like, when I've bought stuff related to my channel, like, I bought basically the same mask as my GTA 5 character wears.
Okay.
I took a picture of that and posted it on my Instagram and stuff like that. But for the most part, I haven't really shown them into my life yet. I mean,
Right.
that might happen some when I get to 100 and do the Q&A, that they get a bit more of a glimpse into my life, but that's really about it right now.
Okay. Saeed, you do Q&A videos all the time, so you're answering questions for people. Where do you draw the line as far as getting personal with your subscribers?
I think, like, obviously, you know, where you live, that type of stuff, you don't want to, like, kind of give it away, because that's
Right.
a safety issue, right?
Right.
But I kind of like personally, I like watching people, and I like when they talk in their videos and they act in such a way like it's just like they're talking to like one of their friends, you know? They're really being themselves, and it kind of really shows your personality as you're making like your video, right? Through your commentary. Now, for me personally, that's kind of hard to do, because I talk a lot. This guy knows I talk a lot, right?
Mhm.
Like unnecessary stuff, right? Anyways, but like when I'm making my videos, I'm kind of making like, you know, guides or tutorials, right? People are like, this guy, right? But I'm trying to get into that a little bit more, you know. I'm trying to expand like the amount of content or the types of content that I'm putting out. But definitely in those Q&A videos, yeah, I'll be putting out. I'll just try to be myself, you know. Like if somebody was asking me in person, right? So that way, it kind of it's a really like it's a genuine connection in my opinion, you know. So that's kind of like the best way, and I like when YouTubers do that too, right? You know, when people are playing and stuff, and they just kind of they be themselves, right? Like if you were to watch this guy when he's not recording, he'd be the same person. You know, that's kind of cool to me, you know. So that's what I would say. Just kind of be yourself and normal as you would be with other people.
Okay, yeah. I guess I was nervous when I put the video out because I didn't know how people would react. I had one guy that was like, "Stop whining," you know, quit being a baby and stuff like that. But for the most part, the reaction was positive, and basically the video, like I said, was just about you know, how things have gotten a little bit more difficult in the past years. You know, since the freshman and sophomore year, I had all kinds of time to do YouTube, and it's like these days it's not so much. So I mean, it seems like it was ultimately a positive reaction. But yeah, I mean, it was a little bit worrying for me. So I guess what I sort of got out of the experience, I'd say, is that at least so far, is that I have lost like 30 or 40 even subscribers. I don't know, because you know I'm gaining subscribers as I'm losing them. So I probably lost 30 subscribers at least. But the way I see it, those aren't the people that I really want to be keeping around on the channel anyway.
Yeah.
It's worth it to lose those 30 subscribers to strengthen the 1,000 subscribers that I have that are actually really involved in my channel.
Yeah.
You know, now these 1,000 people know a lot about me, and they connect with me deeper, and I think it was worth losing the ones that weren't even willing to really go there in the first place.
Yeah, Michael put something in chat for us.
Sure, yeah. So Michael says, my video from last weekend was basically how I go about audience interaction currently. Keep it funny and entertaining, but get my messages across. It was generally well received. Okay, so yeah, Michael just put out a minute-long video.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I know Adam listened to it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. So if you're listening, if you're watching this, we enjoyed it. So yeah, it was cool, man.
Also, I think when you want to connect with the people who are watching your videos, I think sometimes the content matters a lot. Like if you're watching a video about someone's trip to Spain or something like that, and you want to know something more about them, like you'd go back and watch their videos, or you'd subscribe to them. But if you just want to find out like how to do something in Photoshop, and someone's just talking about a feature, you don't really care about what they're doing and what they're using. So what I would recommend, like what has worked for me, is that instead of like maybe putting out a whole video and then not knowing what will happen, like give just like a little snippet somewhere, like your Instagram channel or your Facebook page, and just see the amount of traction you get from that, and then you can just take it like one step ahead, and then maybe make a video or ask for Q&As and stuff like that.
Yeah, Yeah, no, I think that's a good point. And Q&As are probably a great place to start.
Great place, yeah, that's true.
You don't have to get super personal, but it's always fun. Like, I always like watching your Q&A.
I like making them.
Yeah, they're cool. It's cool to see. So, I guess that sort of brings us to the next question that I had. How do you go about building a community around what you do? Because a lot of times what you'll find is that what you do is sort of a shared interest. So whatever you're doing on your channel, whether it be gameplay or educational videos or coin collecting, like that's a shared interest that you can share with your subscribers. But really, that community isn't going to be built around that interest. It's going to be built around the shared beliefs that you all have. I've seen it in the coin community, which has just sprung up in the past 6 months. So how do you take this thing that's just a thing that you do and actually turn it into a community of people who support it and are there for you? Go for it.
So yeah, like a lot of my favorite YouTubers, Palmer knows there's this guy named Fearless, plays Black Ops 3, right? And literally the first time I saw his video, it literally felt like another community, as if I would traveled somewhere, right? Because the guy uses terminology. He uses, he calls his subscribers, something, right? So every video he's got some funny thing happen. He's like, all right, well, that deserves 1 like. So then he puts it right, and in every video it's the same thing. And he has so many of these common things, right? And he has terminology for different kills and stuff, right? The thing is, only the people on his channel know what that means. Right. So when you say that to other people and whatnot, right, they'll relate it back to the channel. He kind of paves the path. Whereas if you do something that everybody's talking about, right, then it's kind of hard to specify, right? You don't really feel part of something different, So the guy, well, he's hilarious. That's another thing. It helps him out a lot, right? But he had to start somewhere too, right? So, it's numerous things, and you'll see him constantly throughout his videos, and then in the comments, his entire fan base just going crazy, all these things, hashtags, this, that, right, whatever he asks for. And I feel like that's really just one way, kind of define your content using your terms, or say for him it's gaming. Gaming is a similar content. The content is similar regardless of who you watch, right? But what really differs is how you define their content, right? Mm-hmm. How you define what you're making. So yeah, definitely that's one of the ways I would say,
So just be super repetitive with the things that make your channel, unique.
Find unique things for your channel, right? So his things are all unique, right? His throwing axe skills, he'd be like, hey, could you hold this for me? And the guy would, it would kill the guy, right? So he'd be running around, right? And doing that. And people go crazy for that, right? Mm-hmm. And every video, the guy does it, right? And everybody knows it's him too, right?
So when these people open up a new video from this guy, they sort of are expecting something.
Exactly.
Something like that, yeah.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
And they're talking about it, right? Uh-huh. When you're playing your own game, you'll be like, hey, could you hold this? And, everybody starts, hey, you watch him too? And he's like, yeah, so.
Yeah, there's the community right there.
Yep,
that's cool.
Exactly.
How do you do that when you're just starting out, though? How do you get that sort of stuff started?
I think you just gotta, start to see what catches fire, because I know, I've seen a lot of videos, actually with him too, and a couple of other guys, they were so the guys, especially when they play games like Call of Duty and stuff, they make editing and videos and whatnot, right? But they're like, hey, yeah, you guys seem to really like this one, right? So I'll make another one. And then all people are like, oh, this is coming up, or this is whatever, right? And if your subscribers don't like something, it'd be kind of obvious, why would you do that? My subs are people will be commenting on my videos dude, you say guys 50 times.
You
I'm
do say guys.
I know. It's just that word.
You're not saying that when you're talking to us.
I know.
Which is kind of funny, but it's when you get behind the recording there, it's
all guys all the time.
Yeah.
I gotta fix that, and then I'm like, yeah, my fault. And they're like, no, it's fine. You're just messing with you.
But even though you might see that as a negative, that's something that they use to define you. That's something that they use to identify you. It's he's the guy that says guys all the time. It's
that's
guys.
True.
I got you guys. I'm here back with you guys.
Hey guys, what's up?
But yeah, so what are some other ways to build a community around what you do? Okay.
Well, for me, the way I've kind of built the community I have so far is my live streams, really. That's basically the sole thing that basically binds them together, because I have my regulars, they generally tune into the live stream assuming they're still awake because they're over in Ireland or UK, somewhere in that rough area. So like if I'm streaming and they're awake, they're gonna tune in to watch. And then I also can draw in new people to interact with the ones that are already there. And like that just kind of helps. They're very welcoming, basically. So it's like if someone new comes into chat, everyone's going to be like, hello, 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 all that fun stuff, and welcome them in. And like when someone has to leave, it's always like everyone basically says bye.
Yeah, I've seen that happen in live. I mean, it's a cool dynamic to see what goes on.
Yeah,
and everybody's pretty friendly towards each other.
Yeah, and I think that is what really helps like make my channel have a community. Really, I mean, like they're all there to see like how my take on the game, basically,
right,
which is my unique offering per se, and like that's what originally like draws them in and gets them to stay, and then they just kind of start bonding with each other, and that's kind of how my community is formed, really.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like I said, I'm going to live streams from videos, mostly because live streams are easier to make. There's no editing. There's no
yes.
So,
Editing is a pain.
Right. So that's something that I can do, but also at the same time, it's really convenient because that's where the community is as far as I'm concerned. The reason that the coin community has sprung up in the past 6 months is because people started doing live streams. Before the videos, it was just sort of here and there. There's people, but now it's like these are like there's big channels in the community. It's like I'm with this guy, I'm with that guy. You know, I support these channels, and it's because they go and talk to them in the live streams. It's like there's actual connection there.
Yeah,
and I think that's also really good if you're looking to sell a product, which is what I'm hopefully trying to get into soon.
Yeah.
Because they can trust you, and it's something they want to support you. They want to support what you're doing, even if it's a little bit overpriced. So, live streams are great.
So I tried the terms that some people use in their videos, and they use it over and over again, and then you associate those terms with those videos, right?
Yeah.
So I tried it for one of like my math videos, and I just made it up. So when you take a fraction and you just invert it, I called it the rule of flip. I just made it up. Yeah, and it caught on. And then in the comment section in different videos, when when I asked them like, how would you solve this sum, they've said I've applied the rule of flip. I'm like, okay, that's a real thing. So it catches on. I mean, I think you should just experiment with like a term or two and just see how it catches. Yeah.
That reminds me of a term that I also coined.
Coin.
There's a Canadian coin. It's a penny, and it's a 1967. It's a special coin. It has this different design on the back. I guess it's a rock dove, but I didn't know that at the time. And forever, it's just like it's just a picture of a dove basically flying. And I always called it the bird scent. So I like found one on the ground. I was like, oh, there's a bird scent. And I found one at a roll. It's like, and it's like a ridiculous term because it's like. It makes me sound stupid and ridiculous. Like, people thought it was hilarious and they call it that, and they argue about it in the comments like it's not a bird, it's a rock dove, it's crap like that. So I think that's really cool. Do you have any stuff like that, Adam, on your channel?
I'm not sure really. Like, it's hard to say because like I just will randomly say stuff and I will not necessarily remember what I said during my live streams and stuff. So stuff could be catching on and I just don't even realize it.
Just gotta watch the chat while you're going and see what people are saying about that.
Yeah.
So
OJ used to do that, Orange Juice Gaming for Clash Royale. And now everybody uses the terminology he used when he's like kiting. Like people are like, what are you talking about, right? Like, you gotta watch his videos and now, you can kite it or you can aggro it and you can, it's all these ridiculous terms, right?
Yeah,
and you just made them up. The whole community uses it now.
And that's how, like, I think it's really funny to see people who belong to certain communities like find each other in bizarre places, and they find each other because of words like that. Like if you guys are Rick and Morty fans, people see certain words from the show, certain phrases, and they find each other in that way. And it strengthens their connection because there's there's more people out there just like me.
One thing related to what you just said, like that I found interesting. During the summer, one of the live streams I was watching, 2 people ended up tuning in, and it turned out that one of them had been telling the other about my channel in a different live stream.
Huh.
Oh,
And got that that person ends up tuning in at the same time as the one who told him about my channel.
That's cool.
And it was just interesting that happened.
Yeah.
I think if you keep like a theme, it's kind of easier to, you know, it kind of feels like, you know, I mean, you don't have to obviously like stay like stuck in the theme, right? But it's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know, like with Adam's channel, right? He could play a lot with that, right? His whole shadows thing, right? So
That sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were like specializing with your channel, which is just like
No.
doing something. I mean, in the gaming community, you have to
Yeah.
find a certain type of game. Like there's so many different types.
Your niche, right? Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, once you find your niche, you sort of have a theme around that, which is like you're into the shadows and all that stuff. What would you say your theme is, or what do you want it to be if you didn't have one?
I don't know, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know, like personally, as a person, I'm a very ridiculous person, you know, like I don't know, I act crazy sometimes, you know, but like it's just a fun thing, you know, we just joke around and stuff. So like, I want it to be like that, you know. I don't like my subs to be like open and stuff, right? So they're all just, you know, picking up, because I make up terms all the time when I'm talking, right? And it's like crazy. People are like, what are you talking? I'm like, I don't know, man. I just, you know, I'm trying to get the point across, right? So like that type of thing where they kind of pick up who I am, you know, and like just go about that. I don't know. I definitely got to change up my videos a little bit, but I'm also trying to get like a lot of content through, just so kind of I have like an established base. But one thing for sure is like having commonalities in the videos. Like it's ridiculous. Like if you make every video differently, right? It's so much work.
Yeah.
But if you make like, you know, an introduction or something, right? I watched this guy last week. So for this week, his name is Imperial, right? Makes Clash Royale videos. And the guy's title work is great. Title and thumbnail work is great because he makes like these intriguing, this is the best Clash Royale video you'll see or something like that, right? No, it gets millions of views. For Clash Royale, that's huge,
It
right?
is, yeah.
So like a couple of his videos, 4 or 5 million views, which is just crazy. But like he has like commonalities, like every video, right? He's got like a similar intro, right? He's got like similar transitions, and I'm just like, I bet this guy makes a video in like, you know, a few hours, right? Because it just and
not only is it easier to do, but it's also better for your subscribers because that when they're clicking on that video, they're expecting.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them come back because they know exactly what to expect. If you're a channel who just goes out there and makes like random films like I used to do when I started, nobody knows what to expect, so there's nothing to, you know, it's hard to build a community around that. It's hard to do anything with that, and that's why I was failing so much when I first started my channel. I was just doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and nothing really was catching on. So, like you said, it's hard to do, and it's not practical to be doing different things all the time. So you have to actually find certain patterns to follow, and it helps you, you know, stay on track, and your subscribers will thank you for it. And it's just better all around to have stuff like that. And you said that in your past videos, you had a very common intro. You said you didn't even record it.
Well, when I made like those 8 videos in like 2 or 3 days or something, literally I think there was only 2 intros I recorded. I just edited one briefly, right?
Did anyone ever call you out on that?
No.
They probably won't. I didn't think they would either.
It was literally the same intro, and the reason is because I had to make so many so quickly, you know. But yeah, nobody called me out on it. And another thing I noticed, like, does asking for likes work? No, that's I don't know because it's done a lot. But
I mean, we know that it works better in the beginning of the video, but like logically, that's just ridiculous to ask for likes before the video starts.
Yeah, but
it doesn't make any sense to do that. Like,
but it works. It's I don't know.
But then past that, you have to ask yourself, what do likes do for you? Do we know?
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean,
they
can't
their
hurt.
engagement.
They can't hurt, right? I mean,
I ask for them at the end of my videos, so
yeah,
sure.
No, for sure. Like, remember that video? I was like, yo, if you guys would like this video, right? Because literally, it was doing well, but I think it took a hit because there were some dislikes on that video, and then it didn't propel as much, right? Video's doing okay now. It's alright, you know. But But yeah, that was definitely one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't think dislikes make the video like get seen by less people by any means. One of my most popular videos right now has the dislike ratio is like the like to dislike is like 70 to 30%, which is probably one of the worst on my channel. It's sort of a controversial video.
Yeah.
But it's doing great. Like I don't think dislikes hurt at all. I think all ratings are good. I've heard people say that over and over again.
So as long as there's interactions.
Yeah. You actually have a manager at YouTube, is that correct?
True. Yeah.
So is it a guy or
It's a guy. Yeah.
Okay. So does he share anything with you, like as far as what's good? You know, I'm sure he gives you tips on
Yeah, he just keeps monitoring my channel and tells me, okay, you should make some videos on this topic, or this is trending right now in the math community.
Okay.
So do something with this. Have a website, stuff like that. Because he keeps telling me that, so you can't let them escape. So once they get onto your video and they see some other guy teaching math, and they leave your video, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they won't come back to you unless they need another math doubt. But if you tell them, okay, you have a forum here, you can go here, then you look back to your videos from your forum and stuff like that. You just keep them inside the loop, and then they're always there, because once they make that account, you've got their email address. Then you send them notifications, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
he keeps telling me all this stuff.
Yeah.
I should probably listen.
It's got to be difficult
Then you
to keep people's attention
True,
on
yeah,
an
it's-
educational
Mhm.
video.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Like you said, they're probably not there for you. They're there to learn.
True.
But some of them are definitely.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. Which
I
is
get so.
Yeah, backlinking videos is tough, man. Because where are you gonna post the link? Where it's not gonna get shot down.
yeah.
But
not,
yeah.
not many places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but definitely that's what I was thinking. So I was gonna make some general videos. For example, like a win condition is a common term in Clash Royale, right? So I was gonna make a video. What is a win condition, right? And I was gonna mention the win condition in every video I make for a deck because it's important, right? And then I was gonna link back to that video. So if you don't know,
What do you think
win
of like
condition
doing
is-
like mentioning it and doing a card as well?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I was gonna do. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. So if you guys don't know what a win condition is, you can check it out in the top right corner or something. you
And
know?
how long would that video be? Like 1 minute long?
How long? Not long,
Short
yeah.
little thing.
Yeah. And most people know what it is, but like when I looked it up because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't there, So I don't know. It's an relatively easy thing to find, but some people may go to YouTube before they go to Google or something, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes Google will direct them to YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true. Also, the thing that you said about the card, right? That if they don't know the term, you point them there. But then they leave your main video, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So then, do you put that at the start or at the end? Because if you put it at the start, when you want to refer to the term a lot, you want them to know what it means, and you put it at the start, but then they click out and then they've left your video already. So then it didn't do anything much, did it?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's always been my difficulty
Yeah,
with cards.
that's what I thought, and I've never really used cards before. But
Yeah. I mean, end screens over cards all day.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
True.
well, so what Saeed brought up, I think probably one of the most useful cards that you can use. He uses polls all the time, so they
Okay.
can go in there and vote
Right.
on some question that he asks, and then they never have to leave the video. Does your manager say stuff to you about that? Like, try not to have them leaving the video.
He says that to me all the time
Because watch time is so important.
and math videos, you need to keep them there, because you get bored in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So you have to keep them there as long as you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he says that don't let them leave your video through anything. If you want to put links, put them at the end and stuff. But don't, the first half of your video, they have to be there. That helps improve your ratings in the search results, because that shows that they've seen the video at least half through,
Yeah.
halfway through. So, yeah.
So is he stressing the importance of a percentage of the video watched, or does he talk about watch time in general?
He says that the watch time is not that important, but he says how long they spend on each video, at least half the video. That shows that they are interested. But
So it is a percentage thing. That's interesting.
yeah,
it is a
percentage thing.
I thought that it was actually more of a how many minutes. Yeah. So what I've heard actually before is that if you have a 2-minute video that gets 100% watch time, and then you have a 10-minute video that gets 50% watch time, the YouTube is going to favor the 10-minute video with 50% watch time, because that's 5 minutes versus 2 minutes.
2 minutes, right? True.
But the percentages are different. So.
They're everything. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, yeah, you got a point.
makes sense, right? Because like, you want to watch the whole video. Then I mean, if everybody who has clicked on the video has watched the entire video, there is something in it.
There's something there,
definitely,
yeah. But I think Michael says if it's percentage, that's good for me. My videos aren't long.
Well, that's one thing I was actually just gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was struggling with audience retention, because my audience retention for my channel is like a minute, right? Ridiculous. But like my most popular videos are like under 3 minutes, you know. So if they're there for a minute, right, I get a good percentage there, right, and then those videos do well, you know.
Right.
And it helps if you have the type of content that works with like a 10-minute video. Like that's gonna help you if you can make longer videos and get more watch time.
Right.
But don't stretch out a video to hit that 10-minute mark just for the hell of it, like just to get that. Make sure that you're just making your content in the time that it feels like it should be made. Like for that video where you said you're just basically defining a term, that shouldn't probably be longer than 1 minute.
Yeah.
So don't try to do that stuff. I mean, I've seen people who say like, I'm just gonna try to make the video 10 minutes and it's like a meme, it's a joke, but they're actually doing it in they'll just have like a blank screen for 6 minutes of the video. It's ridiculous. I've seen that done before though. So
Also, a tip for you for the what's it on the wind condition. Yeah. So I spoke to my manager about, like, suppose I'm explaining a formula and a term that's been used before is not being explained in this video. So I thought of having like a
like
click out
video,
to have so what he said is to have just a definition pop up, but at the end of the video link to that video, so they see your entire video and they know what it is. But if they don't, then they can click out and you still have them on your channel to the next video, to that one, and then at the end you can have it like 5 videos where this term is used, and then they click out and then they keep coming back to your channel. So that works.
So when you said to have a definition pop up, you mean just like an on-screen thing that he does in editing?
Yeah.
Not any of the YouTube features.
Yeah.
I don't think. I can't think of a YouTube feature that would work that way.
Not any good ones, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Not yet. Yeah.
So Kit is talking in the comments right now. First of all, Kit, you said background hiss audio. Yeah, there's a fan going. We can't really do anything about it, unfortunately. He says compare people who only publish 10-minute long videos versus people who publish 2-minute videos. YouTube will never show the 2-minute video. That's not entirely the case, and that's not what I was saying, Kit. There are a million different factors that go into what YouTube shows. Yeah. But I was just saying, like, YouTube will probably, holding everything else constant, I believe, and I've heard this before, that YouTube would favor the one that has more watch time rather than a high percentage of watch time. That's at least what I understand it to be. But Daniel's telling us a little bit of a different story here.
Yes, maybe that is specific to my niche, because if they're staying on like a math video for the entire like percent of the time, then I think that it would show that the video is actually good and it should rank higher. But that may be specific just to my niche. So
yeah.
Well, it could be, yeah, because you don't see math videos that are 2 minutes long.
Yeah,
usually,
definitely. Yeah. Like mine are like 10 minutes on average. So
yeah,
definitely.
That's what your videos are, about 10 minutes on average?
About 10 minutes.
Okay.
8 to 10 minutes. So
yeah, you have a really good subject to be doing on YouTube for sure. That's it's
evergreen for sure.
Yeah,
it's evergreen. Yeah.
Any other thoughts on that? You guys want to move on to some talk about demonetization, some of the things that have been going on YouTube recently. Saeed, do you want to introduce us to this topic, since I think it's affected you the most?
Yeah, so I had like a bunch of videos just get yellow dollar tag, right? And basically what it is when you click on it, it's just like it says it's like a newer feature or whatever, but it says basically your content is not is not like
advertiser
friendly. Yeah, basically for some, it's not good for a majority of advertisers. And it said like possible causes for this is you swearing, profanity, things like that. I'm like, I don't even swear in my videos,
right?
You know,
yeah.
So I didn't know what it was, but it looks. I don't know why, but like after like 2 days, it just goes away.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're just running it, like maybe it's a bug in the system, or maybe it's just picking up like things. But it really sucks because like some of that content was really like time sensitive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 1 or 2 days, right? Bam, and then you don't get the impressions, you don't get the whatever, right?
So you're getting all your views in those first days when it was demonetized, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, it's just like it's not the end of the world, but it's kind of annoying because say in the future I made similar videos, right? Then I'd have to worry that whether or not they get hit with this or not, right? So I uploaded a video I think 2 days ago, and I think today it just got hit with the yellow tag, and I'm not even sure why. But the other video that I uploaded, remember the one we were talking about a few minutes ago, the one I was like, oh yeah, the dislikes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
That video never got tagged. So what I thought was, because what I started doing is I started using like NCS's music, but because I was uploading those videos so frequently, I just didn't even leave a link to the song because there were so many songs I was using. And then I left a link for that video, right? And it didn't get tagged, so I thought, okay, maybe if you leave a link, you can verify that your song is no copyright.
Right.
But I did that for the last video, and it just got tagged again, so I'm really confused now.
That's crazy. There's so many factors again that could be going into this. How much do you know about the YouTube algorithm?
I haven't really gone into it too much, as in it's not. So my videos like mine don't really go viral because you don't see like a math video that has like 5 million views. So I'm just riding that steady wave that keeps on growing, but I've not really looked into the
trying to break
how to optimize it. Yeah, I mean,
so YouTube's been having some difficulties with determining what is and is not advertiser friendly. They've had a lot of pressure from the advertisers recently to only put ads on really the best content possible. They don't have enough people to review all of the disputes. People are always saying, my video is not non-advertiser friendly, and they're trying to get it reviewed. I actually gave Adam a sort of my theory on what's going on here. Obviously, YouTube has to favor its top creators. It has to favor the ones that are bigger channels.
Definitely. Ad space is more expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
So you said that your claims went away in 2 days. Were you ever able to dispute them, or did they just go away?
No, they just went away because to dispute them, you have to have 1,000 views in the last week.
Right.
And those videos didn't break 1,000 views. So.
Okay, so
each video, or
each video has to break 1,000 views before it can get disputed. They say that they have 400 hours of content being uploaded every minute, so there's no way that they can get through it all. Possibly. What happened to me? So the video that I was just put out yesterday, I looked at it last night, and it actually had the yellow dollar sign. Okay. Now it wasn't. It was monetized, but as lightly as possible. I didn't actually want to put ads on it because it was sort of more of an open video, not something that I would look good making money off of, and not something that I meant to make money off of.
That's the one that you're speaking about your life and okay,
exactly.
Cool. Okay.
It got the yellow dollar, and I wasn't too upset because, like I said, I wasn't trying to make money. But it was kind of troubling to see that because it was like there's nothing wrong with this video at all, and that's been happening in the past week because they recently did an update. But when I woke up this morning, I took another look at it, and it was back to green. So I think what's happening is, this is what I told Adam, I think they have sort of a cascading system where they have one thing that determines whether this is advertiser friendly or not, and say it's like 80% accurate, but it finishes in like an hour. So after an hour, it can guess, this either is or is not advertiser friendly, and then it'll mark it as such. And then say like they have another one that's 95% accurate that marks like it is or is not advertiser friendly, but it takes like 5 hours. So after 5 hours, if you were marked originally not advertiser friendly, and then the next one says, oh, it actually is, we've run our tests and it looks pretty good, then they'll take that off. And they'll put you through the system depending on how big of a channel you are. So that's sort of what I think is going on, something like that. And I think that, honestly, it doesn't look too bad. The fact that this is getting cleared up without having to dispute it, and also in your case not even being at the point where you're getting 1,000 views, and it is getting cleared up even though it took a couple days, that's not terrible. I don't know. I think things could be getting better. So I'm trying to be optimistic about the situation.
I mean, it's definitely. I think they'll improve it. You know, I'm pretty sure they've heard about it, right? Because people are probably like,
Oh, yeah.
You know, right?
So nobody's saying like, oh, thank you YouTube for demonetizing this thing that actually needed to be demonetized. They just say, what the hell? This is my stuff. It's not bad.
Yeah. So, and I think that theory is that's what I would say too. I'd say they'd probably run it through filters and then get people at the end to scan through.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. At the very end.
Yeah, and like I mean, if the channel's big enough, they're not going to throw everybody's videos, but yeah, there's got to be some kind of computer system or something going through it, and they're gonna fix it. You know, it's probably some type of thing. They'll figure it out. You know, as with all systems, it has to improve over time. So, but yeah, it's probably something we'll have to deal with for another month or so. I think after that, it should be gone.
Thoughts?
Well, I can't really talk much on this subject because I'm under 10,000 views, so I can't monetize my videos anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm just purely dependent on YouTube Red revenue right now, which is basically nothing, so not even worth mentioning.
Yeah.
But one thing I saw, because like I saw their post about them updating the algorithm and stuff, and one of the comments on there, which is something I didn't know, which I told you about, was if you have over 10,000 subscribers, before your video even goes public, they can do the evaluation thing.
Right. So
to
you
determine
have to,
if it's monetized or not.
So you have to upload it as unlisted and have the algorithm do its thing.
I don't think it has to be unlisted. I think you could even do private.
Okay.
Because it would make sense, because most YouTubers that are big probably schedule.
Yeah.
And by doing unlisted, I don't think you can go from unlisted to scheduled.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I've tried before. Yeah, so if again, that's just them favoring their larger creators, which makes sense. Like I'm not
Yeah,
complain about that.
it's common sense there.
That makes sense. But yeah, I mean, in the past, it's been bad with demonetization, and like just over the last year, the things that we've been able to get away with as far as profanity and you know bad topics, whatever, has really dwindled. So we're not able to get away with as much as we used to be able to. Now, if you have like a family-friendly channel, I think yours is a pretty good example. Mine's, you know, I try to keep it pretty family-friendly. Sometimes I'm wondering about words like damn and hell, and I'm not wondering if those will get you demonetized, but I'm kind of worried about that because I use those words, but. For gamers, it's usually more entertaining when they're swearing and going out of their mind. So, how do you guys feel about all of this?
I mean, it depends on the individual. You know, like I know some gamers like, yo, if they didn't swear, I wouldn't be watching them because that's just who they are. You know, personally, it doesn't affect me too much. I try not to swear because I know that a good portion of my audience, I'm trying to target those little kids that don't know what they're doing on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, but basically that's who's playing the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some part of them, I need them there, right? And I don't want them watching the video and their mom's like, oh, you shouldn't be watching that, so definitely, like, you know, I just try not to swear in general, right? But I do talk quickly.
Yeah.
And that could probably hurt me because YouTube will probably, like you were saying, it'll probably pick it up on the captions as I'm swearing, you know?
Yeah, that is one thing. If YouTube incorrectly picks you up as swearing, you know, when they're doing the auto captions.
Yeah.
If they get a swear word in there, and even though you didn't say it, that might be grounds to demonetize you.
Well, I remember looking at their thing for what's considered, and like, it's not just profanity. It has to be like a lot of profanity.
Is that it?
According to what their guidelines were, you can have, like, if you swear probably like once in a 10-minute video, you'll probably be fine.
Okay.
If you swear 1,000 times in a 10-minute video, your video is being demonetized.
Yeah.
Which would make sense because, I mean, like, occasional swearing, that'd be like a T-rated game. Or PG-13 videos can have, like, one swear word. So, like, they're aiming for, like, that style of content more so than the heavy R for swearing content.
Right, but the problem is they have computers doing most of this.
Yeah,
because there's so many, like there's just too
Videos,
many
yeah.
requests, and so they're trying to make this better, and they have to take risks, and they say, here's our little algorithm baby, which is, by the way,
Still
made
learning.
using machine learning.
Yeah.
So that's pretty insane. But Michael here, he says most of my videos are green tagged immediately. Some of my older ones are permanently yellow tagged. That said, my videos are uploaded and scheduled at least 24 hours in advance, and I think that's probably a good strategy. I wish I could get behind that. For the past like year or so, I've just been uploading my video as soon as it's on YouTube. Haven't been able to have a schedule like I used to, but so guys, for the people who are in the chat right now, I'm seeing it says stream status is bad. I just want to make sure that you guys are seeing the stream okay. It looks fine to me. I just want to confirm that everything's good. It says it's a bad
keyframe
status for some reason.
Keyframe frequency is what it's saying.
Okay, so we'll have to take a look at that afterwards.
Yeah.
We have about 9 more minutes here, so anything you guys just want to talk about, any questions that you have on your channels recently, go ahead and ask them, and we'll try to answer them.
So, I had something that I wanted to ask you guys. So,
Okay.
I was thinking of getting into live streaming
Yeah.
and stuff like
Okay.
that. I just wanted to try like 5 videos and see how they do. So, what are the tips that you'd give me?
So definitely go with open broadcaster software. That's
Okay.
something that we can teach you. We all use it. Most people do use it. It's a free software, and you can do a ton of stuff with it. It's
Yep.
used. So
I can probably pull it up on here.
yeah, go for it.
There's a chat.
Oh wait, there.
Question.
Oh, they're saying it's
Oh,
fine.
It's fine, okay.
Question for you. What kind of content were you thinking about streaming?
So that's not fixed, but I was just thinking like if I can talk about like math and how you can use it like practically and stuff like that, and also maybe throw in some snippets of my own life so that I want to gauge and see if they actually want to get in touch with me and know more about what, and then I can redirect them to my vlogging channel,
Right.
To have that connection.
Okay, so you're thinking about live streaming on your big channel.
On my big channel, yeah.
Okay.
So your viewers, are they studying for like a specific exam?
For an exam, yeah.
So if like say like a week or whatever before the exam, so you have a live stream where like people could just ask you questions
Right, yeah.
in the
Mhm.
in the chat, right? And you could just work through the questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that way, you could actually have like an interactive thing.
Right, yeah.
Where people are doing that, right? And you could,
It would be difficult to manage though with the amount of people that you'd have on the stream.
Yeah,
yeah.
but,
I mean, just try to see like the majority, like read through the chat, see like
Comments and stuff, they come in like
Very fast.
Yeah.
scores.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Have you done a live stream before?
No.
Okay.
So,
What I would suggest is, do you have any people who are like super fans of yours that you know well that you can trust?
yeah.
um,
Like,
Okay, so find those people and make them moderators. This is something that
Okay.
and you're going to want this on live streaming, especially when you have a lot of people. You want moderators to go in there and get rid of the bad stuff. It will show up, even though you feel like, no, it's not going to show up. It does. It always does. I don't know why.
okay.
But so definitely have moderators. What I actually do right now is I don't even really watch the chat because, like you say, it goes really fast, and I'm trying to focus on other things while I'm live streaming. I have some special moderators who go in and pick the best questions that come out of the chat and send them to me via Facebook. So then I don't have to go looking for those questions.
All the comments are.
Yeah, they're just right there, and those are like I already know that these are the best of the best that I can get. So. I guess another thing for you is, can you do polls on live streams? Do you guys know?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
you can do polls.
So throw up a poll and then ask them.
Well, I don't know if you get lifetime results from polls though.
Oh, really?
Probably a good thing.
Well, yeah, we'll have to look into that. But just like maybe even before the stream, ask them what topics they want you to cover.
But in what video would you ask them that?
The only way this would work is if you did get the live results. Like you say, here's a poll, and then it's going to close in 1 minute, and then we'll just take the results. I don't know if this is a thing or not, so I'm just asking. See if you guys know.
I don't know if you can get live results or not from it.
Another option is just to post a video, like a 30-second
Yeah.
video, just explaining that you're going to go live soon, and then ask them what they want.
Mhm.
some kind of review session, and then try to take like topics that that people usually struggle with, and then put it in you could put it in the card. Well, the cards will give you like the automatic percentages, so you don't have to calculate that.
Right.
So they give you up to 5 results, so you can put 4, and then you could put like other, and then you could put like comments, and then they could put in the comments, which one,
What they want to do.
what they want. Yeah.
See,
So
yeah.
if something overwhelming comes in the comments, that you can talk about that too, and then you just take when the live stream starts, you're gonna say like, okay, well we have whatever an hour, right? And there's like 4 topics, so I'm gonna put like 15 minutes per topic and just go over these are like the most popular topics. And if you guys need any other help, just like put it in the chat or something, right?
Right.
So kind of like that, so you can kind of work through it. But that's personally what I would do.
Yeah, it's a good suggestion.
Kit's recommending trying to see if we can see live results.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Because
I will-
we are live, and there's people in the chat, so we can.
Okay, so yeah, there is a place for cards. I mean, I've
Yeah.
never tried this before. It says add card.
Yeah.
So okay, we'll go for a poll.
Where does it show the number of
Number of
viewers?
viewers. Concur. This one's not showing how many we got, but on MaizePages it shows.
Yeah, if you open it up in a new tab, the watch page, it'll show.
Yeah, I know MaizePages.
Oh, the live count, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm adding a poll right now. It just says test poll.
So
So we'll create card. See, but I don't know where it's going to show up. So guys,
It's gonna be top. There's gonna be eye in a circle in the top right. That's
Okay.
where you're gonna go for the poll.
yeah. And I mean, since this is live, I can't like move around where it is. So go ahead and go in there and see if you can
They
see
can probably
it
get it.
showing out there. Are you signed in on your Shadow Armada channel?
Right now I'm in UCC. I see the eye already, so I know it's gonna
go ahead
be
and hit
there.
that. See what that does.
I need it to finish loading. Okay,
Okay.
poll shows up.
Oh, it's live.
Okay, so if you're actually on it, you might be able to see it live. If
Yeah.
someone else is gonna vote, I'd be able to know for sure.
And Kit, I think the delay is about 10 to 15 seconds, so you'll see that happen. I'm not seeing the eye, but I'm on my own.
Yeah, it's very nice, right?
Mhm.
Updates it.
But
the other thing is, probably make like a little stream overlay. I don't know if it's something they do in the math community or not, but it's definitely something that kind of spices up your stream.
Have like what, sir?
Like an overlay.
What's that?
So like it's like a graphics. It'd be like a picture or something, right? And you can put whatever your name, the topics you're covering, whatever you want to put. Like Palmer could show you his. And there's just so many styles of them, right?
Okay.
And you just kind of put it there, and it's like on top of your live stream basically. So kind of gives like additional information and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean we could look at that after.
Okay.
yeah, guys, let us know if you see it. What are you seeing over there, Adam?
Well,
Anything?
either everyone's been clicking one, or no one other than me's clicked based off what I'm seeing.
Okay, but you can get the poll.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I have the poll.
Yeah, we'll mess around with that a little bit. But we are running out of time, guys, so we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're actually having some decent interactions in the chat this time, so that was cool to see. Thanks for showing up, Kit and Michael. Too bad you couldn't be here, but we're glad to have you in the chat. This was really fun, guys, so thanks so much for showing up here, Daniel. Is this, you think you're going to be able to make more of these in the future?
Definitely.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
All right, guys. So thanks for watching. Hopefully, we answered some interesting questions for you today and had a good discussion. So it's been fun, and we're gonna sign off in 3, 2, 1. Peace.